And for that, I would like to invite Gurmeet Singh, who is the VP Sales with 𝗧𝗲𝗿. To give you a background, Gurmeet comes with more than 15 years of experience working primarily with HR to solve complex problems via technology interventions. He has managed large businesses team across geographies, has strong understanding of different tools the HR use and in-depth understanding of SaaS. He has previously worked with companies such as Teamlease, Staples, Times of India, currently heading Impulse, an employee engagement and reward platform at 𝗧𝗲𝗿. Can we welcome him with big round of applause, please?
It's a great honor being present on this forum today. I thank our partners, UBS Forum, for arranging this whole session. And it's a proud moment for us at 𝗧𝗲𝗿 to be a sponsor of this event. What I learned in the sessions happened earlier from the leaders. I think it's a lot of learning that's coming across, a lot of new things for all of us to learn. And I think a lot of these things are pretty practical. So from an example, just to give you a little bit of background on myself, like introduced, I'm Gurmeet. In the role that I am in, I speak to at least 15, 20 HR leaders on a weekly basis. In whole of my career, I have pretty much worked with the HR fraternity to solve a problem, and primarily using technology. To give you an example, I worked with certain large HR folks from a large organization to solve, for example, a recruitment problem through a tool, a training problem through a LMS, for an example. Currently, I am with 𝗧𝗲𝗿. We basically solve for employee engagement as a reward and engagement as a problem statement. Now, what I hear when I speak with this 15, 20 HR folks are words like these, and I'll throw some words out which are pretty, I would say, pretty common. For an example, things like disengaged, attrition, and attrition also I've heard new words like desirable attrition, non-desirable attrition, then stuff like delayed appreciation, lack of reasoning of why something has happened. So there's a lot of cloud around why something happened. I lost, let's say one of our team lost 4 people, but we don't know why. I mean, we know that we lost those employees, but was there a proactive nudge to know why? No, there wasn't a way. Then I hear about empowerment, that what is the level of empowerment? Is empowerment needed? Where it is needed? What is the level of the empowerment needed? Then the very important thing that we hear of now is moonlighting and quiet quitting and all of that. Now, when I reflect back on that, for this session, I thought I'll give you a case study to kind of set out a point. And I thought, what is the best case study then to talk about the company that I am in right now? We're a very small organization. We're about 420, 430 employees. We are about a decade in this business. We are a core technology company. Now, what I hear from my interaction with 1520 HR on a weekly basis is, that's the background that I want to start with. And what we see for ourselves is, we are hiring at the rate of 20% incremental quarter on quarter, and these are not backfills. These are hires for skill, for improvement, for maybe a new geography or a new product line, or we're solving some problem and stuff like that. So we are hiring progressively even now. We were hiring progressively during COVID. We are even hiring progressively now. There is something that we have done good in the last 10 years of running this organization. And when I kind of want to take the juice out of what is that good that we have done, I realize open communication, and these are very natural. We have not, we never thought of, I don't think we ever thought of building it like this. It's basically every single individual is absolutely clear on what that individual need to do. And I saw it in one of the slide here, that purpose and vision. So we have always been very clear on, if you have hired someone, the person knows what the person has been hired for, what the person is going to be measured against, what is going to be the incentive if the person achieves it, what is going to be the future roadmap for the person, naturally. And I think that's exactly what our leaders have built. And I see even today, whether it is today with technology, because when COVID came, I'm sure it's not a very interesting topic talking about COVID, but I'm just saying connecting with COVID, a lot of face-to-face interaction wasn't possible. I mean, people had to interact by virtue of a tool because you were not coming to the office. How do you interact with people when you don't meet them? We realized what we built from a technology perspective a lot more relevant when COVID hit us, while we were consuming it for ourselves anyways. Now we realized companies wanted a tool, companies wanted platforms, companies wanted solution for what, why, and how. There's a saying, and I'm just quoting, quote unquote, is you acknowledge a problem, only then you can solve it. If you quantify something, you can control it. I mean, there's no other way around it. So if you don't acknowledge a problem, you just can't solve it because you're just not acknowledging it. And if you quantify, you definitely can, control it because you quantified it. Now we realize now what we built has really done that. It has helped. It has helped quantify for us ourselves. I mean, we are, I would say, the doctor-patient. We are the patient ourselves and doctor ourselves for ourselves. So whatever we now do is something that we have tried, tested for ourselves, and we've seen result of it for ourselves. Now with that, I think I'll just move on to the next. Anything anybody want to input? Give me an input on any interesting maybe dimensions. I spoke of moonlighting. I kind of brought in quiet quitting. I talked about desirable attrition, non-desirable attrition, engagement. Any more inputs on that? So I can maybe cover that as I move forward. Any specific trend or anything anybody want to add to that? No, all right. So these are pure numbers. So I mean, like I said, you can only control if you can quantify. So we're trying to quantify it here that 79% of employees are not engaged, while 18% of those are actively disengaged. So that's the problem statement. I mean, if you really, these are trends which are there, which are there in the market. There's a lot of research around these trends. These are not just our trend. These are trends available. If you do Google, you will get a lot of these trends available right there. These are numbers. I won't spend much time over here. I mean, if you have any specific questions on this, I can take that. So whatever I spoke of in terms of the background of what we do, so if you look at happy and engaged is now more important than ever. Again the same thing of quiet quitting, moonlighting and stuff, not knowing why people quit. And honestly, appreciation is not equal to giving an Amazon gift card to somebody or sending somebody an Apple iPhone or a watch. It's a lot more. It's a lot more, I would say, it's a lot more human. It needs to be a lot more human in real time. And that's exactly what we are trying to do, is to give you something which will make it real time. It'll make engagement more democratic in nature, so that people can. So if I want to appreciate someone, I can do it right away. I don't need to really worry about doing it tomorrow or asking my manager to do it in that sense. These are our numbers. What I spoke of us, the doctor and the patient, we are patient for ourselves and doctor for ourselves. These are our numbers. These are not the trends, and I'm sure a lot of leaders here would say these are definitely not the global trends. These are global trends are a lot different than this. But this is exactly what we've been able to achieve by using our own learning for the last 10 years with a product we have built from an engagement reward perspective. Just to pick a few, 81% of employees felt proud to identify with the brand 𝗧𝗲𝗍. Now, while it is one statement, my HR knows how much of work they have gone through to arrive at this statement. Now, it's a very bold statement. Now, brand 𝗧𝗲𝗍 has 14 pillars and Y number of sub pillars. When we say somebody is proud of a brand, there is a science around it. I mean, our HR has figured out a science around it, that to be proud means what. The easiest way is, I'm sure everybody agrees to, the ENPS, everybody I'm sure know, Net Promoter Score method of doing it. How likely are you to recommend this product is one way of doing it. So how likely are you to recommend your organization as a place of work to someone is an easier way of doing it. But there's another detailed way of doing it which we have done for ourselves, saying that 81% of the employees at the organization take pride in the brand 𝗧𝗲𝗍. I'll connect this whole backstory to the actual product, because I mean there's no point me jumping into the product or a demo or a session on product unless I tell you what the problem statement we've solved for ourselves and for the customers who use our products. We have one of the least, I just mentioned, we are hiring 20% quarter on quarter, and not for backfills. It's for a new skill, new geography, a new product, a new problem we are trying to solve. All right, now this is our secret sauce to building a great workplace, bifurcated between three. One is connect, the other one is communicate, the third one is recognize and reward. I'll start from the third because I have a direct connection of this, and I don't want to miss out that connection. The speakers who were here on the stage earlier mentioned about the bot telling the user on the other side that you have $500 on your account and you haven't, you can use it, will expire or stuff like that. You know, the user needed to go and talk to intelligent conversation. Definitely, I mean that. I'm saying the platform we have built will tell you this by default. So if you're the manager who has budgets, you will be told by default by nudges. We all love nudges, whether we all love nudges and soft nudges. Our system will nudge you saying, Gurmeet hasn't appreciated a person A for the last 3 weeks, for an example. Gurmeet will know it on a Monday morning. The system will tell. And the system is on the browser, and there is an app on the Android and the iOS store as well. So recognize, reward employees to increase employee engagement. Again, I'm repeating that it's not about an Amazon gift card. It's not about an Apple iWatch. I just want to say thank you to a team member in technology team who helped me with a presentation with a customer that my team won. Very simple transaction. I want to give him a kudos. Kudos has 0 points, 0 monetary impact. On this system, I can just open my phone, pick that gentleman name, kudos, thanks, and send it. And it's completely democratic. It's gone to the social intranet. Everybody knows teams are working with each other. That's the recognition piece of it. Communication, the challenge is with one-to-many communication. I mean, everything else is okay. There are chatbots, there's WhatsApp, and there is a lot of other medium. One-to-many is always a problem. So how the system solves for that is, we realize you need a central repository of, not repository, I would say you need a central, like a place wherein everything should happen and everybody should see it together. So for an example, this kudo I spoke of, a policy document from the HR, an event like this, for an example, we are attending. A team members want some customers in Dubai. Let's say our team members want customers there. We want all of this to come somewhere centrally, not in WhatsApp somewhere, email somewhere, and all of that. That is what we have built for you here, saying that everything will happen here on your dashboard. You will know about the whole organization, whether business, non-business, on the system. And connect, extremely important pillar. I'm sure all of us agree that there are colleagues, I mean, in the career we have worked, we've always met people in the jobs we have done whom we are friends with even now. There was I think a lot of distinction between work and personal in 2008, 10, 12, in that kind of era, but I would say today it's very clear, we have friends in the office. It's okay to have friends in the office. It just can't be work, work, work. And I'm sure all of us relish few of the friends we have made in the past wherever we have worked. That's one of the things over here, connect that. Can I form a small group for football because I like football? I want to have like-minded people on that group and talk about football with them. I like trekking. Can I form a small group and call people in to trek along with me? Am I doing my work? Yes, I am. But am I being given the empowerment and the trust by the organization that I can form a football group myself? Yes. That's motivation for me, not an Amazon gift card. Disclaimer, I'm just taking the gift card name because it's popular, nothing else. I mean, we all know this Amazon gift card, all of us know the name. So I'm just taking that name from a representation perspective. So this is, I think, I mean, the positioning is right here. So this is a product. I haven't kept very big slides or a demo as such. That's the feel of it. It's few highlights because technology is important. Is this system which is called Impulse from Zozoday is completely do-it-yourself, zero code, plug and play, integrates to your HRIS, to your collaboration platform. Go live is as slow as 60 to 90 minutes. Global, we are a global organization. We have offices in four continents. We are a global organization. This product is global. It can handle currency conversions, all of that. Just think of the complexity of multi-geo team members. It can do all of that. Beyond that, this platform can also do, or can also help you gather feedback. Again, measure what's right, what's not right, by virtue of running pulse surveys, ENPS surveys, your own surveys, onboarding surveys, or whatever that you want to do, can be done on the platform. So it's all in one, and this is empowered, backed, connected to our global store. It's all in one. There is no, it's nothing like half here and half there. It's all in one. You reward, redeem, everything in the system itself. We have a global catalog attached to this, which is about 75 countries covered and about 27,000 brands, all API integrated. Zero effort from the HR or the business to reward employees, reward points, people will redeem, everything is set in the system itself. So this is, I think, we make growth stories rewarding. Few customers that we work with, we are very proud to work, is Practo, Industas, Locus, ShareChat, and we have seen significant, and obviously, we are a SaaS company. For us, some numbers like churn, adoption, user count incremental, monthly active use, we do all of that. We see consistently, it's only growth every quarter. Every single parameter of product adoption and usage is just on the growth side. And that's a great, I would say, endorsement of the fact that when we started Zozo Days 10 years back, with the vision of reward philosophy in mind, what we've done for ourselves in the organization, we built this product, and that's how we are here. Happy to take any questions. That's my LinkedIn profile.
Okay, thank you. That was interesting. Just a small question. So you spoke about creating an enterprise social network, where people could have conversations through kudos, etc. So in a sense, you are creating a wealth of data, which is English in this sense. Right. Then you also spoke about Pulse and the other surveys. In my view, I think those are fairly biased. But do you have a capability on sentiment analysis which correlates to these kind of measures? I think I know the answer, but I just want a validation.
I think it's a very, very valid question. I think what you've asked me is the bottom line of it. Is it going to make any impact while we build all of this? So the answer is yes. There are so for, just to use some maybe heavy words like word cloud, sentiment analysis, what has worked, what hasn't worked, which 14 dimensions and which hasn't worked, and what is the corrective. So yes, definitely yes. And in fact, our analytics are so strong that at a user level, I'm nudged. Obviously, you're not inundated with nudges saying like what the system is doing to me, but you are told at least 7 to 10 days once, what is that you need to do now on the system? Appreciate someone, or use your budget, or you haven't run a survey, or there was something pending for you haven't acted upon it. You are told about it consistently, reminded about it consistently. I hope I answered your question.